Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
And 15 PCA.
Native 454.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Avatar: The Last Airbender, still one of the best American produced cartoons of the decade, easily.
Yeah, the
Legend of
animation
Korra
was very good.
lost its way towards the end, and it was kind of full of did too much relationship crap.
Yeah, they fell into that.
Last Airbender started out like, oh, it's kind of this goofy kid, and it ended on a super cool, poignant. It had a full arc.
Yeah, and which was rare back then for cartoons.
To have an actual... Because in most American cartoons, you can watch any episode in any order and it doesn't matter. Because every story is self-contained. Last Airbender was like, no, we're going to have it to where if you watched episode 1, season 1, it's going to be different from book 3, episode 7. Like, it's completely different.
Yeah,
because the characters grew.
Yeah, you're going to have them look different abilities. People are going to be a part of the party. People are going to be gone.
Feelings changed. Outlooks. How Aang started to become less... optimistic about things because he's been fighting this war for so long and kind of killed his innocence.
It made him a man.
And, we came across these other avatars, like he could pray and meditate and reach out to them. We saw one of them was Avatar Kyoshi. She was the kabuki makeup fans. That was like her thing.
Yes. And
looks like they're going to be making novels, and that's the first character they're going to dive into.
She had a lot of rich history with the world of Avatar. She was the one that fought Shin that ended up... Because he wanted to kind of do what Firelord Ozai wanted to do.
But for the Earth Nation.
Earth Nation, take over everything. So Kyoshi's like, boom, separated the islands. And by doing so, he died.
It was funny because she goes, we want no part of this. I'm separating Kyoshi Island.
Yes.
Then he went on the edge of the cliff and yelled and it broke and he fell into the ocean and died.
Exactly.
So it's like she killed him, but she didn't actually kill him.
It was more his fault. But
she didn't feel bad about it.
No, she didn't.
She's like...
She could have saved him. She could have hit a rock and like...
She could have saved him, but she didn't. She didn't care. And... I'm thinking, what a weird character to start with. Kyoshi.
Yeah, and it's weird because she has a lot of mixed things. She does stuff like that, but she was responsible for making the Dai Li, though.
Yeah, which ended up becoming like a Gestapo-type police force.
For the Earth Nation.
What, 100 years later?
100
so
years
she
later.
didn't, she created something that ended up becoming super evil.
Well, because it shows you in the past that what you make in the past can be corrupted and changed in the future.
And it's not your fault.
Yeah,
you can't feel bad for that.
Because what happened was, once she defeated Shin, everyone's like, well, how are we going to preserve the Earth Nation? Well, how about we make these secret police that kind of keep our traditions alive? But
history police.
But then how, in the future, who's to say what kind of history you want to keep and what you don't, and what you want?
Yeah, so then it became more of like that... Oh, you speak against the Earth Kingdom. Oh, we'll go re-educate you.
Well, it reminds me of like Argus on Arrow, where it was like just intelligence gathering things secretive in the future became a police state thing.
So it's so funny because this is coming from comicbook.com and our author is Megan Peters, and they're talking to Entertainment Weekly. Abrams Children's Books is teaming up with Nickelodeon for a new series of books. The young adult novels will be about The Last Airbender and will be all about Avatar Kyoshi. Yes, that's right. Fans have finally get their Kyoshi backstory, and it's about time. I wouldn't say that. No one was really clamoring for it. So far, 2 books have been confirmed in the series, and they will be penned by Michael DiMartino, which is good. He's the original creator, but he also betrayed Korra.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into all that. He ended up betraying the character. He's the creator, but he didn't treat her right. He goes, Avatar Kyoshi is one of the characters fans asked me about, so I'm excited to have the opportunity to help expand on her legend. Do people really ask about Kyoshi?
Like I said, there's a lot of backstory with this character.
I got a better question. How the hell did Sokka die? They never explained it.
Yeah, no.
Oh, he just died one day.
Was Sokka with Toph? No one knows, even though the daughter looks very similar to her.
It's so funny because she brings up the one guy. She had 2, fiancés. She never got married.
Yeah.
But she was always sweet on him, and it was almost to the point to where then when she became like a woman, did she because Toph they almost made it where it was like okay for her to beat the sleep around and stuff. And it's like, I don't know. So that's another thing I hated about Korra.
Yeah, exactly. Added weird stuff to it. But anyways, I'd rather actually see, people are clamoring for? A Prince Zuko, not even a Prince of Firelord Zuko, through his
because his daughter.
Yeah.
Like, how did she come up? Because you see her in Korra, she didn't do anything, but she's there.
Exactly. Maybe even, I personally thought it would be kind of fun, even though it would be very fanboyish. I wanted Firelord Zuko to hang out with his nephew. With Iroh. So they could be kind of like, even though they're not the same, but it's still would be really
cool.
nice.
Because he looks just like him.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's even his voice. He voices him too.
Yeah, I know.
But it's like his great, Admiral.
Admiral, yeah. And like I said, maybe not when they're older, but when he was younger, so he's not, yeah.
See, and they continue on in the article. Bringing Kyoshi's previously untold story to life in original novels will be a major pop culture event, not only for fans of the show, but also readers hungry for a new epic YA saga. The Rise of Kyoshi has the hallmarks of a YA reader's love. Bold storytelling in a rich landscape with a strong female heroine at the forefront. You did Korra. She was a strong female character at the forefront. They make it sound like they didn't do any of these things before.
The thing is, there's a lot. I mean, I didn't watch Airbender much, but it seems like people rather have a Yang story.
Yeah.
The untold adventures he had. Or Toph or something. People don't want this. From what I can tell, what you guys are saying, you don't want it.
Is it nice? Well, I'll check it out, probably, because I'm a huge fan. But it's not like, oh man, this is the one story I want.
And also, they're acting like Kyoshi was never talked about. You're acting like she was just a background character you saw on a wall. Oh, who's that
Even
person?
the Airbender lady.
Yeah, that would have been more interesting.
Because we knew very little about her.
Yeah.
Even she said it was cool for killing the Fire Lord.
Yeah, she did. And she was supposed to be a monk at all things.
Yeah, she's like, well, to save the world, you do what you gotta do. And she didn't say to kill him, but she kind of went like this and winked at him. You know, he's a bad man. The world would be better without him. Get it done.
Yeah.
Like the seventh episode when Kramer has that juice in his eye and he keeps winking at him.
Or even,
that's basically what it was.
Or even, I would think a better story would be in Korra, those four people that were part of the White Lotus that went evil.
Yeah.
How they started their turn to become evil. I would like to see that story.
Yeah, even the dude, the guy who ended up learning how to fly. I would have his story.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was more interesting how, like, it was funny, he was evil, but by meditating and giving up everything...
He gained enlightenment, but was still evil in his heart.
Yeah.
Super weird.
Yeah, super weird. But by doing so, he could fly. Because
literally fly.
He literally had no attachments to the earth, thus he could
Because
fly.
his woman died.
Yeah.
And then he literally let everything go.
Wow.
To the point where he didn't... Kind of a Dr. Manhattan situation.
Very enlightened.
He didn't even care about humanity anymore.
Yeah.
See, that's too detached.
Yeah.
And then...
See, that's cool. That's a cool storyline. Not, I want to go to the world with my girlfriend. No one cares about that. No. Do cool storylines.
Exactly. I love that villain. That villain was really, really cool.
And that's the thing, is they're going to make Kyoshi a lesbian.
You know what?
It's almost guaranteed.
It's almost guaranteed. She's a big woman. She's like almost 6'5", I think.
6'5", 6'6". She's a big lady,
and she has huge feet. Like she has like a basketball NBA player's feet.
It's funny because that's actually a point in one of the episodes. They're like proud of the fact that Avatar Kyoshi, or the founder of our village, she had the biggest feet of all the avatars. And like, what does that mean?
Exactly, and what I like about
weird.
it,
it's like a weird thing to be proud of.
And the weird thing, you learn more about her backstory when she talks to Aang about how she made the Dai Li. Also, this is really nerdy of me, but I played a little video game on Nickelodeon one time. We had to go through like
with that spirit monkey
thing, and you learn more about Kyoshi. And it's funny, she's a mixture. She has this stern, kind of more like hard personality, but you can tell that she's still a woman. Like there's still be moments where she feels bad, and like even when she's talking to Aang in the cartoon, she's like, I feel so bad you had to deal with Dai Li because that was my problem.
I invented those guys.
Exactly. So it shows like she can be an interesting character, but it's really weird why they went with her first.
It's because it's a girl, and it's so much easier to make her into a lesbian. I guarantee it.
Probably will.
You didn't know it's going to be like that.
Yeah,
so we could do this.
That's the only thing is I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also, in a sense, I need also to know the length of it. If it's like a little tiny little 200-page throwaway novel, it needs to be. I know they say young adult, but let's make it real, guys. Don't always crash into that whole YA storyline. Yeah. Let's make it just a novel. It doesn't have to be a YA novel. Just make a novel.
Yeah, make it 300 plus pages.
Yeah, make it good.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'll check it out. There's no timeline on this, but there's comic books and everything. But a novel would be kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, I'm hoping they make more. Like I said, a freaking Fire Lord Zuko would do so well. Oh, I would love it.
Or to hell, even do his father, him growing up.
Oh yeah, shows
humanizing it. A bad guy works. I mean, look what they did with Thanos. You kind of felt bad for him a little bit at time to time. He's crazy, but you can see his method to his craziness.
He has a leftist progressive job.
I don't agree with it, but you can understand him.
How cool would it be? You do a General Iroh with his journey to the spirit world after he loses his son.
Yeah, because that does happen.
Yeah, because what happens is that he ends up, he was this really ruthless guy, and he was going to rule the Fire Nation. He was conquering countries. He has his son as one of his generals to go out there and fight, and he ends up dying.
Oh wow!
And he can't save him. Then he kind of breaks down, and he literally retreats.
He broke the first wall of the boss scene say, like, the only person in history to get through the outer wall.
It's kind of like Great China.
And then he pulled back all his troops because he didn't want anyone else to die anymore because his son died.
Yeah.
And he was right at the footsteps.
Yeah, and then there's hinted in the series that he made a journey to the spirit world, which
They
is
never
very
touched
rare.
on.
Yeah, exactly. That would be a great
He's one of the
novel.
first only humans without dying and who wasn't a monk or something that made it to the
Because
spirit
I don't
world.
want to say this, but the guy who did that thing with Carter, he wants to tell how woke he is with his character.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. I'm really, really worried about that. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. It could be cool, but there's trappings. Tread lightly, my friend, because you can fall off that lefty blade and fall into a pit of
How nice
stupidness.
would it be if she just meets a nice man. And,
Yeah, and has children and everything, and becomes a mom. Wouldn't that be just freaking wonderful?
I know, it sounds as boring as can be, but we'll take it at this point.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.